ever drive by that old street light?
The one where we stayed out talking
all night. Funny how forever felt so close back then, at the place where our story began.
We were young enough to call it fate,
old enough to know we couldn't stay.
but every road I've ever taken yet
leads me back to where we first met. There's a little diner by the interstate, still open far too late. I passed it on a rainy Friday night and saw your face. Not really you, just memories in neon blue. The way you'd laugh before you'd speak, like every word was new.
Time keeps moving, cities change, people even take their names,
but some moments never fade away. Do you ever drive by that old
street light? The one where we stayed out talking
all night. Funny how forever felt so close back then, at the place where our story began.
We were young enough to call it fate,
old enough to know we couldn't stay,
but every road I've ever taken yet
leads me back to where we first met. I found a picture on my phone today,
summer wind and cheap champagne.
You were trying hard to play it cool, I was
doing the same.
Funny now
how little things survive. The songs we played, the coffee stains, the look inside your eyes.
Some hearts break,
some hearts bend,
some loves leave
without an end.
Still they live somewhere inside the frame. Maybe love was never meant to last forever.
Maybe that's what made it beautiful.
Every goodbye left a mark,
every memory left a spark, and somehow we're still glowing.
Still glowing.
Do you ever drive by that old street light? The one where we stayed out
talking all night. Funny how forever felt so close back then, at the place where our story began. The years moved on,
the world moved fast,
but some nights
still arrive like that.
And every road I've ever taken yet leads me back to where we first met. I took the same street home tonight, but nothing felt the way it did. The signs still glow, the bars still shine, but they don't know who we were then. And every step brought back a name I thought I'd left behind for good. Funny how a road can stay the same when nothing else ever could. The corner store still sells cheap wine, The old train rattles right on time. The coffee shop beside the park still hangs those little yellow lights. A couple danced outside the door like we once did in younger years. And for a second I could swear you were standing somewhere near. Time didn't steal the town away. It only changed the eyes I see it through. I took the same street home tonight, under a different kind of moon. The windows glow, the traffic rolls, the summer air still smells like June. But every place we used to know feels smaller than it used to do. The city's still the city, love. It's only me that's missing you. I passed the bench beside the river where we wasted whole weekends talking about forever, like forever wouldn't have an end. Now strangers sit where we once sat, scrolling through their little screens, making memories they'll someday find in places just like these. Some things stay exactly where they are. Some things leave without a sound. I took the same street home tonight, under a different kind of moon. The neon hum, the midnight bus still sings that tired old tune. And every shadow down the block knows something I forgot to keep. The city's still the city, love, but you're no longer here with me. No, I don't wish to turn back time. No, I don't need another chance. I only miss the way the world looked at us when we still dance. Still dance. Still dance. Still dance. I took the same street home tonight, the way I used to years ago. The leaves still fall, the rain still comes, the river still runs slow. And maybe that's what growing means, learning what to hold and lose. The road is still right where it was. I'm just not walking it with you. Not with you. Not with you. Not with you.
Look at these hands. Everything I lost was something that I chose. Nobody pulled me down that road. Nobody made me stay. I saw the warning signs. I watched the bridges burn and go. And if my life's a wreck tonight, they're just the things I chose. I could have built a house, raised a couple kids somewhere, spend my Sundays by the lake, growing old without a care. Instead I chased a pair of eyes across 1,000 empty towns. Every time I got back up, I found another way down. You never promised me forever. Hell, you barely promised me today. Look at these hands. Everything I lost was something that I chose. Nobody pulled me down that road. Nobody made me stay. I traded peace for one more night and called that sacrifice love. Now all I've got are memories, and they're more than enough. My friends all settled down, the pictures hanging on the wall. Mine are folded in a box, like they never happened at all. Funny how a man can spend his whole damn life running free, only to find the chain he wore was one he couldn't see. I don't regret your name. Don't regret your name. I don't regret your touch. I don't regret your touch. I just regret the years I thought they'd both be enough. And if I had another life, I'd probably make the same mistake. That's the hardest truth of all. Look at these hands. Everything I lost was something that I chose. The nights, the tears, the broken plans, the endless winding roads. You were never my salvation. You were never my downfall. You were only someone I loved, and I gave you everything. That's all. That's all.
I watched the flowers come alive. The same week you said goodbye. Funny how the world turns green right when you're leaving me behind. And every April after that feels bittersweet and incomplete. The season came back every year. You never did. You never did. The city wore its Sunday best. Cherry petals on your dress. We walked beneath the afternoon like we had time to lose. You smiled and talked about July. I smiled and never asked you why. Somewhere underneath your words, you already knew. The trees were changing overnight, so were we, but I was too in love to see. I watched the flowers come alive. The same week you said goodbye. Funny how the world turns gold when something beautiful has died. Now every breeze through open streets brings your memory back to me. The season came back every year. You never did. You never did. A couple laughing sitting at a light, a rooftop party Friday night. The same old songs are playing from the bars downtown. Everybody's moving on, like the end it wasn't wrong, like nobody can hear your name inside these sounds. The sky kept stretching blue and wide, life moved on, but part of me stayed where you were gone. Maybe we were only meant for one small season. Maybe love doesn't need forever to have a reason. Maybe that's why it still hurts when spring arrives, because everything survives except us. I watch the flowers come alive, the same week you said goodbye. Years have passed, but every bloom still takes me back to that goodbye. And when the sunlight hits the trees, I hear your voice inside the breeze. The season came back every year, you never did. You never did. You never did. Still I hope you found your way somewhere far from me.
I was always the one who stayed when the nights got cold, when the plans all changed. You were chasing sparks, I was tending flames. Funny how love works that way. I was always the one who stayed. Back when we were 17, talking circles in the parking lot. You were dreaming bigger dreams, I was happy with the ones I've got. You pointed airplanes overhead, tell me where you wanna go. I never said it out loud, but I already knew I'd follow. Ooh. You never saw me standing there, not because you couldn't, just because you didn't need to. I was always the one who stayed when the nights got cold, when the plans all changed. You were chasing sparks, I was tending flames. Funny how love works that way. I was always the one who stayed. Oh, I met the people that you love, the ones whose names I can't recall. Watch them come and watch them leave, like shadows moving down the hall. And every time your heart got bruised, you call me on the drive back home. Funny how I knew your tears before they reached your eyes. Some people get the story, some people get the end, and I only got the space between. I was always the one who stayed, holding conversations long after they were gone. You were looking forward, I was holding on. Maybe that's where I went wrong. I was always the one who stayed. Always stayed. No, I don't blame you. You never made promises you couldn't keep, and I don't blame fate for choosing different roads for you and me. I just wish wish for one small moment. You could have seen what everybody else could see. I was always the one who stayed through every season, every name, every goodbye. You were searching for the kind of love that was already by your side. And now the years keep rolling on like lines fading from a page. But if you ever look behind, you'll find I was always the one who stayed. The one who stayed. The one who stayed. The one who stayed. You're in every little thing I do. In the coffee going cold, in the songs I drive home to. I kept looking for myself when I was looking right at you. Now you're gone, and you're in everything I do. Everything I do. Your sweater's gone, but I still leave the light on. Your picture's gone, but somehow you're not gone. Funny how a heart can learn what 1,000 words can't prove. I never saw how much you were until I started losing you. I thought love was fireworks, big moments, big scenes. Now I know it's all the little things between. You're in every little thing I do. In the coffee going cold, in the songs I drive home to. Every quiet conversation, every window with a view. And now you're gone, you're in everything I do. Everything I do. Sunday mornings hit different now. The apartment sounds too loud. I never noticed silence had a way of saying your name. Everybody tells me time will slowly make it fade, but time keeps finding new places to put your memory away. I don't miss the grand gestures, the roses, the nights. I miss knowing you were somewhere in my life. Maybe that's what love becomes after all the dreaming, after all the chasing, after all the reasons. It's the space someone leaves behind, and how you carry it for the rest of your life. Carry it, carry it, carry it, carry it, carry it, yeah. You're in every little thing I do. until you became everything I do. Everything, everything, everything I do. Everything I do.
The apartment gets loud when you're not around. Funny how silence can fill a room and drown every sound. The TV's on, the lights are low, but every little thing reminds me that you don't live here anymore. Midnight painted shadows across the kitchen floor. Your favorite mug is missing from the shelf beside the door. The city keeps on moving, red lights in the pouring rain. Everybody's headed somewhere. I'm just sitting with your name. I thought I'd get used to this, I really did, but some nights still feel brand new. The apartment gets loud when you're not around. The refrigerator humming sounds like heartbreak now. I hear your voice inside the walls, and every room keeps telling me you're not here at all. A message half written, still glowing on my screen. I don't know why I save things that don't mean anything. Maybe that's what missing someone is. Little habits, little ghosts living in the spaces nobody else would notice. The world outside keeps turning, cars passing by, but time slows down in here tonight. No, I don't need another chance. No, I don't need another goodbye. I just wish I knew how to stop looking for you in places you already left behind. Left behind. The apartment gets loud when you're not around. The city glows beyond the glass, but I can't tune it out. The night goes on, the moon hangs low, and somewhere out there you're moving forward, while I'm learning how to sleep alone. Sleep alone. Sleep alone.
Five more minutes. Can we stay here 5 more minutes before the headlights fade away? Before this turns into a memory we only talk about someday. I know we can't stop what's coming. I know we both know how this ends, but tonight, can we stay strangers to goodbye for 5 more suitcase waiting by the door, my keys sitting on the table. We're talking about everything except the thing that's breaking. The clock keeps moving quietly, like it doesn't understand how a life can change forever without changing where we stand. One more laugh, one more look, one more unfinished conversation. Can we stay here 5 more minutes before the headlights fade away, before this room becomes a photograph I keep somewhere safe? I know we can't stop what's coming, I know tomorrow has its plans, but tonight, can we stay strangers to goodbye for 5 more minutes? The city glows outside the glass, a million people moving forward. Funny how the world keeps turning when your own world starts to slow. You're sitting close enough to touch, yet somehow already gone. And that's the part nobody tells you about holding on. One more song, one more smile, one more moment worth remembering. Maybe love isn't measured by how long it stays, maybe it's measured by the pieces it leaves. And if this is our last night, let me memorize the light, the way it falls across your face, the way you say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Can we stay here 5 more minutes? Let the morning wait outside. Let the future knock forever. We won't answer it tonight. I know we can't stop what's coming, I know we have to let it in, but right now, you're still here beside me, and that's enough for 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Yeah. Every time we get close enough to stay, life finds a way to pull us one step away. One train too early,
One call too late,
funny how forever keeps ending.
one step away.
I met you in a city, neither one of us calls home. You were laughing by the window while the rain tapped on the glass. We talked until they closed the place, like we'd known each other years. Then the morning came too quickly and disappeared.
A year later in Chicago, different winter, different life. You were standing at a crosswalk under neon traffic lights. I almost called your name. You almost looked my way. Funny how the smallest distance can decide everything.
Maybe timing's just a thief dressed up as coincidence.
Every time we get close enough to stay, life finds a way to pull us one step away.
One dream too heavy,
one plane to catch. Funny how forever keeps slipping right through our hands, one step away.
Now we're older than we were,
still carrying the same spark.
Different stories,
different scars,
yet somehow here we are.
Not unfinished, not complete, just somewhere in between.
Maybe love isn't losing someone.
Maybe love is almost finding them
again and again
and again,
across 1,000 different lives.
Again, every time we get close enough to stay, life finds a way to pull us one step away.
One room apart,
1 year too soon.
maybe that's the story we've been given under every moon.
And if we're never meant to meet the way we dream someday,
I'll still think of you
whenever life feels one step away.
one step away.
Away.